Sometimes I post it on Facebook, just saying local window cleaners hanging.
I'm always on Facebook.
Or I see you on Facebook sometimes.
I'm on all the time.
They Mexicans too. Mm-hmm. He got a 22 he working with. A 22-inch brass and Tory. They ain't got no wagtails though.
Nah. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna go see what company he worked with. Hey, amigo. I used to do this too. I used to hang from the buildings.
Yeah.
I used to do genie work. What company you with?
Valcor.
Oh, Valcor.
Yeah.
Yes. I heard of you guys.
You clean the windows?
Yeah, I clean windows too.
Oh, okay.
I used to do this as a manager for another company.
Oh, yeah?
And I left, started my own company.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't do any high work. All right. I just stay on the ground now. Yeah.
Do any drop?
No drops. No more drops. Stay on the ground.
Better, man.
Yeah. That's right. I see you use the regular brass channels. The squeegee.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't use wagtails?
No.
No wagtails?
No, I don't.
Man, that make you go faster, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, much faster. Twice as fast. I'll show you. Yeah, there you go. Nice, huh? Yeah. You can use one hand, have two on both sides,
You don't need the map?
No mop. This is the mop. Yeah. Same thing with a pole.
Yeah.
No straight pulls.
Wow, man.
Smooth. Light.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah. Wagtail is called. Wagtail. Yep. I got big one too, a 30 inch.
30 inch?
Yeah, 30 inch. Got the same thing, mop and everything.
Wow. Man.
I made this. It's like a scrub pad for dirty windows. And these are gliding strips.
Oh,
okay. So the window don't dry up. They keep the water on the glass.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man.
Neat, huh? Yes. It's like $60.
$60?
Yeah.
My English is not good. Where you buy
Wagtail. 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 Yeah.
Yep. Amazon or
if you put in on Google, you put Wagtail, you'll see it pop up.
Okay.
And you can order from the companies.
Okay.
ABC, Jay Racenstein.
I have
Jay Racenstein. Yeah, he's out of New York. Yeah, they have these too.
Okay.
Yeah, Wagtail is called. Yep.
Hey.
You'll be done in no time with this. They be like, you finished already? Yes, finito. All right, hasta luego, amigos. All right. Yeah, those Mexican guys, I know the company they work for, but he was liking that Wagtail, man. Man, he was digging that Wagtail. But yeah, man, I'm getting ready going to the high-rise game again. But I won't be hanging off the buildings, but I will be, oh, he left. I won't be hanging off the buildings, but I will be pushing a guy on a rig, or I might be moving his ropes over for him and tying them so he can go over to the next window. You know, for the most part, you're supposed to tie your own knots. But he has a 13-story building. He met somebody downtown. The guy has a rig, but he doesn't have the ropes in the chair. So I just took to see the Jewish man I told you that we were concerned about, because he has all the equipment. We went to see how he was doing, plus kill two birds with one stone, see if we could borrow the equipment. So he said, sure, no problem. I'm sure he's probably going to want a couple of hours, because that'll be the Jew in him. And I guess we'll have to pay him $150, but he's getting $800 for the job. But he's going to keep the equipment and say from here on out, because he can't do nothing with him. The old man, he's old. He might as well sell the equipment to us. And see, I never had the equipment, so I never looked for any commercial accounts, any high-rise accounts. I probably couldn't have gotten a few. But now, as long as he's going to hang, because now that we got the equipment, he's going to keep it after he does this job. So where I come in is that we're going to be working together on those types of projects. And I'll put up the insurance, and I said pretty soon we're going to have to hire some, Mexican guys, like those guys that we saw hanging, and see if they want to make some extra money on the weekend. See if they want a couple $100 to drop. I'll pay somebody $200 a day to drop, because it'll be worth it. So, you think they wouldn't want to get $200? I know they ain't getting $200 for what they did, what they was doing just now. So, stay tuned for that. So, me footage on getting some high-rise accounts. So, now I'm going to be getting the word out. I'm going to be changing all my business cards now, and all of my work is going to be adding high-rise to the situation. So I might have to change my insurance now too because of that. But maybe I'll worry about that once I get my first account. I don't want to go count my chickens before they hatch. So once I'll just up my insurance, because if you're doing high-rise, you have to pay a lot of money in taxes. Taxes too, but insurance-wise, because it's high risk. As of now, they know I don't get on any heights or any ladders, so my insurance is affordable. So if we get that first job, I'm going to have to charge so high, not so high where I won't be able to get the job, but taking all that into consideration, that's why there's money involved in high-rise, because you have all those expenses that you have to pay when it comes to high-rise insurance and workman's comp and all that jazz. You got to take all that into consideration. So that has to be factored in the price. So this is why we could charge $10,000 or what have you, depending on how high the building is, with ease, and that these companies would pay it. Because it don't get done every month like you normally would think, twice a year or quarterly, depending on the type of company it is, if they have the expense budget for it. So you could charge them $10,000 and they might get it done twice a year. That's $20,000 a year for one building, for one account. And if you do the outside, it can probably get done in like 2 days. and you make $10,000. Don't you think that's worth it? Of course it is. So whatever you need to get that job done, whether you do it yourself, if you have two or three people you can count on, you can pay them $200 a day. So that means your labor would be about $400 to $600, depending on what you agree upon. And let's say the job is worth $10,000. So you're spending $600 in labor. So you do the math. You know what I mean? That's $1,400 for 2 days worth of work. With you talking about expenses with insurance and all that, you might clear about $1,200 or $1,100 for 2 days worth of work. I'm just giving you an example. But there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the show. So comment below and let me know if that's a good idea, if I should start targeting commercial accounts now that I have the equipment on hand. The genie, the guy that's hanging off the building that I'm going to be working on these projects with, he's going to be doing the work. He's going to be hanging off the building. So we're going to split it half and half. You know, we're going to be partners. If it's just the outside, then he's going to do just the outside. And I'll be working with him, making sure everything goes smoothly. Making sure his ropes are secure, making sure all his stuff is ready for when he comes back up to the roof. All he has to do is hook up his chair and drop. We're going to be doing this together. So I think that might be a good idea to approach it in that manner, to the point where if we start getting more high-rise buildings, then we could probably shy away and just sub it out and find some guys and pay them for the day. And let the contract still be ours. But y'all get the general, hey, Miss Bunny. She had bunny ears on. But y'all get the, oh yeah, back to what I was saying about he don't want to use the guy's ropes. Because all he's missing is a chair and a harness. But he's telling the guy he's going to rent it from somebody. So the guy, he makes the guy pay to give Marvin, the Jewish guy, the $150 or whatever it is, and we use the equipment. But see, Tony don't feel safe dropping off this guy's ropes, and he's right to think so, because if anybody has ever done high-rise work who's watching this video, they know that ropes get frayed. And you gotta see and know the working man hours on these ropes. How long has the rope been used? When was it bought? Because ropes get old, they get dry rotted. What kind of condition was it in? Is it protected constantly in a bag? Is it in stores, or is it outside in the elements, being constantly rained on? You don't want a rope that's been saturated with rain, because if you think that rain tears up glass over time and stains it and etches it, what you think it's going to do to rope? It's going to tear material up over time. Water corrodes stuff over time. It eats metal up, causes corrosion. You best believe it's going to cause a rope to fray if it's left out in the elements and the weather. So you got to take all those things into consideration. A rope is a serious thing when you're talking about in terms of your lifeline. Because you got two ropes. You got one being your safety line and one being your lifeline. The lifeline is what you hang off at all times. The safety line is what your lanyard and your harness is hooked to in case of your lifeline failing. Your safety line is there to support you, which is tied off to a separate point, not from the same point that your lifeline is tied off of. So, a lot of people don't do it, and if you don't do it, you're a fool, because some people I've seen that tie their safety point, their safety line off, they tie it off to the same point where they're dropping off of. You're never supposed to do that. You're supposed to tie it off to a separate tie point away from the tie point that your lifeline is on. Because if anything fails, whatever you're tying off to, if that fails, then your safety line is going to fail too. It's common sense. That's why you need a separate tie point. Some people know that that's standard routine, but all in all, you're always supposed to tie your own knots and inspect your own ropes, because you're relying for that rope to keep you alive. If a rope is remotely frayed, I wouldn't use it, because a fray, once you put your weight on it, that fray could expand and it could pop. So you never really want to use a rope that's frayed or damaged over time. You're just playing with fire. Now, what I have used those frayed ropes as an extra safety line. I've used that like that before. Sometimes we'll forget our safety lines, and I've used that before. But, ultimately, it has a lot more elasticity than the actual safety line rope. So I don't really advise using it, but, hey, it's all about security and being safe. You just want to have the right equipment for the right procedures, Now, like I said, I don't plan on dropping anymore. I may or may not do a drop in the future and videotape it so you guys can see. But ultimately, I'm making enough money. I don't need to do that daredevil nonsense. I get some other guy to use it to do that for me. But as far as this building is concerned with this guy, this project he's working on, I never heard of the Stinger, the Kia Stinger. But as far as this guy, the project he's working on, I'm getting $100 for not even doing anything, just by going to pick up the equipment so he could do the job. The only reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to be working together on future projects. So this investment of me going to pick up the equipment from the Jewish man, and having us have it so we can start targeting commercial builders, he's going to get a kickback, unless, of course, he sells the equipment to us right out. We'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll invest it. I'll put an investment. If I know somebody can do the work, I'll buy the equipment off of them to do the work. That's not a problem. A couple of guys on Facebook, Aaron, I forget his name, but he's being safety trained to start learning how to do buildings. And he's got a building he's going to be starting soon. So congratulations on him first getting his feet wet in the high-rise game. Just be careful, my friend. So right now he's going through some OSHA-regulated safety courses to learn how to hang off of buildings. And then in a couple months he'll be dropping over the side soon, man. Big ups to Aaron, and congratulations. He's working along with his brother, but he seems to be doing well in the window cleaning game. He only been doing it for five years, but he seems to be doing very well. But I'm getting $100 regardless, just for picking up the equipment. So there's that. But yeah, man, you can't. A closed mouth don't get fed, man. If you could turn a profit and you help somebody, you never know what this person might turn you on to. This is the same guy that I helped. I let him borrow my 30-foot pole to do that work downtown. Now we gonna be working together on some high-rise stuff. You see, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You never know what somebody gonna turn you on to. That's even with our competition that we meet out there in the field. Like other window cleaning companies, it don't hurt to say hi, because you never know, that company might remember and next time they see you, they might have something they can't get to, and might want to turn you on, or maybe something they don't want to be involved with anymore, and might want to turn you on to. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. But all right, Macafrackin, peace, peace, peace.